Up in the morning, YouTube is coffee. Back at it, and man, I couldn't. Could you hear what the fuck was being said there? The crowd was so loud for Eminem 5th, as always, man. And this really got me thinking as 5th's on this final lab tour. Still ain't seen, man, if he's gonna catch a case over that whole mic thing, man. It wasn't looking good, but I don't know if maybe 5th paid the right people, made it right or whatever, because I haven't seen it back in the news, and that situation was looking ugly, real talk. But you see 5th taking to social media and just saying how much he loves M, and M, like, I had to pull up 50 Cent final lap tour, seemingly 5th's last tour ever, possibly, maybe not, but it doesn't seem like he's really invested in rap anymore. TV, movies, show business, brand endeavors, and things of that nature is 50 Cent's main focus. He's a businessman, and M semi-active when it comes to hip-hop. You could say he ain't retired, but he ain't all the way active no more, and it's wild the effect both these guys have had on the rap game, and that they've maintained a very close relationship. And with all that being said, it got me to thinking, what's your guys' favorite collabs that Eminem and 5th ever did? Right when I heard 5th was signed, the way the streets were buzzing, everyone was talking about it. Like 5th had tried so hard, worked so hard, been through everything, including attempts on his life, trying to get into this rap game, dropped by Columbia Records. Eminem signed him to Shady. And the rest is just history. But there was that period of time where everyone was talking about, yo, 50 Cent, the mixtapes. We're all listening to the mixtapes, and I'm like, yo, when are they gonna collab together? That's what I want to hear. As a hip-hop fan and an Eminem fan, I always loved the way to see how it went when M collab with different artists. Like, I'm sure everyone remembers when Renegade dropped. That was next level. Even a lot of cats that don't really rock with M really respect his penmanship and skill as an MC after that. You feel me? But finally it happened, right? And right away, right off the rip, the tracks that come to mind immediately is Patiently Waiting and Don't Push Me. When Eminem was talking that ish, you take some Big and some Pac and mix them up in a pot, sprinkle a little Big L on top. What the fuck do you got? Like, that was next level bonkers, man. And Shady Records was 80 seconds away from the towers, and 5th was going hard on them tracks as well. And on one of them, you had Banks on there also. Another really slept on track. Everyone comment. Let's talk about this. Let's, get this convo going. Is We All Die One Day, which was actually on Obi Trice's album Cheers. And, that one also had, of course, Obi and Banks, along with 50 and M. And, Obi Trice, man, amazing artist in my opinion. Very slept on, doesn't get his due. I'm not saying cats don't respect Obi, but Obi's way doper than people give him credit for, man. And, him and M have maintained a good relationship even after him leaving Shady and going back independent. Reportedly, where was him and Jimmy Iovine didn't get along, but everyone was going in on that one. That was the joint where Banks was talking about, as long as I'm here, I'm going to grab checks and make my cash stretch longer than giraffe necks. 5th said he watched gangster flicks and root for the bad guy, turned it off before the end because the bad guy died. Eminem out of his mind just on that one. Obi came with it. Speaking of Obi, on the 8 Mile soundtrack, Eminem, Obi, and 5th, Love Me. That was a banger. And speaking of Jimmy Iovine and Obi reportedly bumping heads and getting him axed from the label, he said, in the meantime, it's Jimmy Iovine time. Chase cheese rhymes till my voice give out. That was a hard bar. That joint, Who Run It, you're acting like you don't know, which was from the Shady Records Re-Up album, which was originally intended to be a mixtape, but Eminem decided to put it out as a proper album or project. very, very slept on project as a whole, in my opinion. You know, like the whole album goes hard. D12 all over there. M50, they got a banger on there too called Jimmy Crack Corn. Eminem 50, that's another collab by them. But I don't know, man. It's like shady records in a sense. A lot of dudes get kind of ished on. You know, I had a take before that I put out that aside from M and 50 Cent themselves, Shady Records kind of missed with a lot of artists. And I didn't mean that in a disrespectful way, as obviously, if y'all can't tell, I'm a major fan of the label and the artists and Eminem and all that, you know. But Cassius, he was on that, Who Run a Joint. He put out like an EP and got dropped from the label, or left. Reportedly, him and M are on good terms still, or whatever. Who else? Stat Quo. I don't know if he was, yeah, he was shady. His joint never came out, got bootlegged. Then he, you know, went on from the label and ended up actually being a part of the whole Lil Xan situation. Word is, you know, Stat Quo wrote for Lil Xan, and I don't know, like, he just had the eye for it all. Like, yo, right now with all this emo rap SoundCloud-ish, we get this cat that looks like Carl Gallagher from Shameless, you know, get to drawing on his face with the Sharpie and talk about Xanax, and hell, name him after Xanax, and we're good money. I don't know. It seemed to work for him. You know, as Stat Quo has stated before, after life after Shady Records, and then he was supposed to do a label with The Game. Didn't ended up really happening, but Stat has shared before via social network, like, yo, I've been nominated for Grammys and different things like that. You just don't know it because I'm behind the scenes. But Obi only 2 projects sent out, and you know, I could go down the list. I've done it before, but all in all, it just feels like sometimes Shady Records can kind of miss with artists, or maybe they just get overshadowed because of Eminem, the Elvis effect and whatnot. And when Fifth was on the label, you know that the I don't want to say smaller talent, because they're all extremely talented artists. There were some other guys too. Bobby Creekwater, he was another dude from the A. His project never came out. Slaughterhouse, we know how things went with them and the label. But I don't know, there's just a lot of slept on projects. But I don't know, the main idea of this video, like I said though, when I seen Fifth and M linking up for this final lap tour, you know, seemingly at the end of 50 Cent's career, maybe not, maybe he'll come back with another project or something like that, you know. Watching them link, still being close, like I said, after everything, after the amazing run they had. Never forget that the Eminem's run was amazing, but then him bringing 50 Cent on, and the way Get Rich or Die Trying went, like, we may never see another debut to the masses in hip hop like that again, even though I say to the masses because a lot of the fans already knew Fifth prior to that, but it was some historical-ish, and that's a fact. And to see them come back out and rock this crowd was really a great moment for music, hip-hop, all that, you know. And it just got me thinking, what are their dopest collabs? Now, y'all heard the ones I mentioned. Leave it below in the comments your favorite tracks by them, and you see I also featured a lot of other tracks that they collabed on together. There's way more of them. But thanks for watching. It's Coffee. I'm out of here, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and tap in with it. Peace.